Welcome, and how do you do? Hello. All right. So, we are currently on the progress screen. I've done a little bit of leveling. I've been playing a little bit here and there that I haven't been streaming. So, a little bit of progress, right? I did a full game, my first full game, beat Modern Age, right? Got the victory condition for economy. So, set up a bunch of rail stations, set up a bunch of factory, collected a bunch of resources, specifically factory resources, to put into those factories, which have to have the rail count in them. And for each resource in a factory connected to a railway, I get 1 point per turn. But of course, I'm getting in lots of resources. Eventually, get so many points and get the World Bank option unlocked. Get a great person. He spends 1 turn going to a city and establishes the bank, and then another turn to go to another city, and then a turn to establish the bank. So 2 turns per civ. I played on a standard size map, so a lot of friends. They were not very friendly by the end of the game, but a lot of friends on the map that I needed to establish the World Bank in. And eventually won the game. That was my victory through the Modern Age with Xerxes the Archimand. And I went through Antiquity Age and Exploration Age with 3 victory paths and the minimum on military for each one. So science, culture, and economy, all 3 of those completed in Antiquity and Exploration. And in doing so, completing all of this stuff, right? I say all that to say I got almost to level 6, right? With Xerxes Archimand, which is pretty good because I think I like this memento down here in the 9th level slot, which is a ways away. But I think I like this. +3 culture and gold for unique buildings and improvements if you have 3 or more unique buildings and improvements. And I think what I really like about this, especially if I don't know if this is per city or across the whole of your civ, right? And if this is across the whole civ, it's vastly broken, right? Because starting in Antiquity Age, most people have, I say most, that everybody has at least a unique building, possibly a unique quarter, which is 2 unique buildings that are on the same square. So if you have a unique quarter in one city where you establish that unique quarter, you're already almost to 3 unique buildings, right? And then you pop that in another town, even just one of them in another town, all of a sudden you're online and you're getting 3 culture and gold per unique building, of which you have at least 3 of. That's 9 culture and 9 gold minimum in Antiquity Age, which is why that seems a little busted. If it was in each settlement, it's probably not coming online until you either become the leader of one of the non-related people, the independent power kind of people, or Exploration Age, where you get your second set of uniques coming online. Um, that might be a little bit more balanced ish, but either way, it's a 9. It requires level 9. It's allowed to be busted, but it does give me some ideas to go through Antiquity all the way to Modern with long ages, completing 3 victory paths, or 3 whatever they're called. They're not victory paths until the Modern Age, but the 3 paths through Antiquity and Exploration, and then winning the game in Modern. It gets me comfortably to level 5, which is good because I wanted to know that, because I do have things I want to unlock along the way, right? I've got this other Xerxes here. Xerxes, King of Kings, that I really like. Lotus Blossom. +4% of gold income as science and culture. I'm playing tall economic games, right? Like, I'm generating so much gold by the end of each one of my ages that if I can just focus on gold income and science and culture just kind of falls in place afterwards, I feel comfortable with that. So I kind of like that. I don't know if it's something that I'm going to be running right away. So it's a good option to have that I want to work towards. Um, Isabel, I like her level 9, but again, I probably only ever run it when I'm running Isabel. Confucius has a lot of things that make specialists better. Culture and gold from specialists is great. Science from specialists is great. Like he is. I want to play science, and I want to turtle up and play science, which is my play style. So I'm loving the idea here of Confucius. But I also don't know if his mementos are what I would even run with him necessarily. So I'm just kind of sitting on it. Um, Augustus in all of his glory, this level 9 talent of one production for every, or in your capital for every town that you have, where you want to, build up so many towns and not necessarily convert them to cities, is a play style I think I like. I definitely end up having way more towns than I have cities, and maybe that's just me playing wrong. Maybe I need to work on that and convert more. Um, Over here, the serpentine symbol, plus 10 culture if I have the most wonders, and plus 10 production towards conducting or constructing wonders if I do not, is just this giant loop of like, oh, well, we're going to get a lot of culture, and if we're not there yet, we're getting the production so that we can get to a lot of culture, is a fantastic trait. These are a lot of the different things that I'm working towards. I also realized I like diplomatic, so I wanted to start doubling back and looking at Big Ben here a little bit, right? Gain 50 influence after researching tech or civic mastery. I've been doing a lot of masteries of techs and civics, so this could be a really good choice for me. Just really strong extra influence. Influence is somewhat hard to get, right? Plus 10% science towards researching the masteries. What's on science masteries in the first? So those have a lot of your relics. Are they relics in the first one? I think they're relics in the first age, but a lot of the tech masteries have those, so being able to get to them just a little bit faster could potentially speed that up. I don't know if speed's necessarily my concern. I've been able to get those under control pretty well, so we'll see. And then 10% science and happiness when in alliance. In an alliance for you and your ally. I actually don't spend that much time in alliances. I feel like the only time I'm asked to join alliances is when people are in war, and I don't trust the AI enough to keep me out of wars. And I don't personally want to be in wars very often. It feels scary. I like that turtled up play style. So I don't know if I would play that too often. But these first two kind of synergistic with my play style a little bit. So Confucius is a good leader for me, but I'm not necessarily loving his mementos. Ivan is the guy that I still think I want to play a good bit of. I think he's just got a lot of good stuff in his tree. So gain 10 of corresponding yield whenever you spend an attribute point. Well, I end up getting a lot of attribute points, so getting additional yields could be very beneficial for me. It also gives me some flexibility in maybe using my cards at key times to get that extra push on either key techs, key civics, key food for growth, right? Exploration, probably want to use those early, but maybe something like cultural, I need to wait and use it at a key time. I don't know, something to consider. +1 movement and sight for scouts, merchants, and settlers. So civilians move a little bit more. They see a little bit further, especially with the scouts, and getting that early view of the map could be really good. I do a lot of merchant play, so getting people in turns or getting them to my allies a little bit faster. Even getting down settlers, usually, especially early on and in the exploration age early on, I want my settlers in position faster. The faster they get in position, the faster I get my city up and running. I get the benefits of them being there. And one turn can make a big difference. But if we're talking about moving 9 tiles, 9 turns worth of movement, and now I'm getting 1/3 extra bonus, and it's only taking me 6. That's huge. That's massive returns, especially like looking at exploration age specifically here, but even in some of the earlier games in antiquity can probably get some good bonuses there. Can 50% of converting town to a city money, not bad for my play style. +1 culture, gold, happiness, and science per turn per age for each attribute tree in which you have these points. So if I'm investing in diplomacy, economics, maybe that's happy, maybe that's exploration. I'm not really sure. I don't remember what tree would correspond with that. And science, just as I'm investing those points that I'm already spending a lot of, being able to see those, and that being paired with his map where I can turtle up and I don't have to worry about keeping eyes on people as much. So I like that playstyle a lot. I like Confucius. I like Isabel, and I'm going through all of these because I'm looking at what I need to jump into for my next game. Right, I'm getting ready to start a new game. That's what do we have here? Plus, 2 wild card attributes just right off the draw. Just jump into the game and have 2 cards I can place somewhere. Feels good. 1 sight on all units is pretty powerful during antiquity and exploration. I'd say more so, but sight is okay. Um, we're not upset by that, and gain the unique endeavor trade maps that allows you to gradually see leaders' explored areas. And that's really what I'm looking at there. So I want to make sure I have enough diplomacy that I can borrow other people's maps. I want to see what's going on in the world while I'm turtled up in my own little base, ignoring everybody else. Specifically, I think that's going to be huge for modern age. I think that's something I'm looking at in the modern age and thinking, yeah, that's me. So how do I want to play this? I'm thinking. I might just want to go with Isabel for a game. Just a nice little fun Isabel game, no pressure. Just to kind of play and work on some of the things that I've been working on. She's pretty busted, I'm going to say. She's really good. I definitely want the Queen's Jewelry. I want that 2 gold on Natural Wonders because I'm going to be prioritizing Natural Wonders so much with Isabel. And I think Chakra is going to be my next one, right? So Isabel, Natural Wonders in this game provide a lot of happiness. I think almost every Natural Wonder tile provides like 2 to 4 happiness. Or maybe that's 4 happiness once Isabel has it because hers are doubled. Either way, that's a lot of happiness. So if I'm taking that happiness and converting it into extra food, I'm going to be growing a little bit faster. So I think that's what I'm looking at, right? So getting a lot of gold, getting a lot of happiness. How are we going to play Isabel? Isabel, we can lead her into the economy side very well, I think. We can lead her potentially science, depending on what wonders we land on. We can jumpstart our science a lot. Cultural is going to be pretty powerful, right? A lot of these natural wonders are going to have culture attached to them. It's going to have us set up in a position where we can invest. I think it's kind of probably going to depend on what we're looking at when we land in. Can we see what else do we have with Isabel? Do we have anything unlocked? We've got her level 3 plus 25% trade and treasure fleets. Economic attribute node is unlocked. Okay. We can get extra gold at the cost of food. We can get extra food at the cost of gold when we level up once. These are in economic and expansionists, which are probably the way that we're going to be playing this. You know, kind of wide and money driven. So Antiquity Age, I don't think we're going to have a problem collecting resources, so we can easily do that one. I don't think we would have a huge problem with cultural victory. I think we can get some wonders built. I don't think we're going to have a problem with scientific. I think we can do that. And truthfully, we could probably gear our play style a little bit militaristically with all the extra gold that we're coming in and all the extra just yields from natural wonders. So I think we can do that. I think really our plan should be try to control the map, get those natural wonders under our thumb if and when we can. Um, all right, so our age, we're going to start in antiquity. Um, we're looking at natural wonders, right? Like what we could play Egypt. Navigable rivers are really good for us. They're very, very economic and cultural driven, which is kind of what we just talked about. We can get these unique quarters online that are giving us good happiness that we can convert to food, good gold flow coming in. Um, we can get the ability to get 100 gold um, when a wonder is completed, which we're probably going to be building some wonders. Um, so that's a good option for us. We could play the Greeks with them, kind of same idea here, right? We can get some happiness, we can get some influence. Influence is a commodity that I love to have, especially when I'm turtling up. Being able to use that influence to get rid of some hostilities from other people. We've got some decent gold gain. Um, I have been enjoying the Mayans a lot. One of the things I really like about the Mayans is their scout, the Jaguar Slayer, replaces the need for a warrior pretty much outright. They also have a unique quarter, which is good. It's providing science, it's providing happiness, so we can make sure we're progressing through our tech trees pretty well. They do really well with vegetated terrain. So if you're playing the Mayans and you're playing Isabel and you land on starting with the redwood forest, you probably have an automatic like win. The extra science from the vegetated being around the redwood forest, which is already really good, and then stacking up some of these other unique buildings to bring in the happiness and science, probably in a pretty good spot. Mississippians are good. They're economic expansionist, which is my play style exactly. We're getting food for being next to resources. We can get the Monk's Mound at a discount. Monk's Mound provides us extra resource slots, which is what I really like to play. And the Han are the other choices that I like. Capital and new towns gain additional populations on their first growth. So instead of placing your first person working in your city, you now place two. Just a huge bonus for being able to grab some terrain early. Their unique unit is just straight up a defensive unit, right? Like +5 combat strength when attacking additional units, and has a control zone and higher defense strength. So I'm dropping these guys in my cities, I'm turtling up, and I'm just defending what I've got. It's not a bad spot to be in, playing defensively like I do. Great Wall is not something I've played, but I could, again, kind of building and leaning into that defensive turtle up play style. And a great person that I don't necessarily know how to utilize very well. I tried building one, couldn't figure out what to do with it. Each one has different unique effects, but I couldn't figure out what to do with it. The main reason I'd play the Han is this additional population, but I can get that through an expansionist card too. So I think I'm looking at Greece for strong influence and diplomatic presence. Egypt has more cultural feel to it, but still great economics as well. Or the Mayan people. Diplomatic, more scientific on this one. I don't feel like scientific necessarily flows into what I want to do. So let's narrow down Egypt or Greece. Egypt or Greece. We could look at cultural, or I'm sorry, an economic victory overall. We can go Egypt into maybe, where's Songhai? +2 resource capacity in the city, or in cities in general, if they're on navigable rivers. of which Egypt is favoring a little bit for starting locations. Trade ships can't be plundered on rivers. Um, I want to do a lot of pillaging. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a lot of pillaging. We got a unique merchant, which is good. That just gives gold when setting up trade routes that have rivers. What is this? Plus 5 gold and 1 gold adjacency for navigable rivers and resources. That's not bad. So you get the basic tile bonuses, right? The warehouse bonuses, but you also get the gold and the adjacencies. Songhai might be a really good economic power for us to look into. And then finally, in the last age, probably be looking at the Chinese again. Just different stages. Here, they've got a unique merchant that's good. They get lots of bonuses on bringing in resources, a little bit lower on science, really leading us into that economic playstyle, trying to get everything online, um, getting our railroads, things like that. Getting our railroad down, getting our factory resources, and then finally um, getting our world banker. I kind of like this playstyle. I think this might be what we do, right? So let's go Egypt early. I think that's going to give us a good basis for this. Um, the only thing we're losing out by not, well, what I feel like is our big downfall is we lose the influence gain that we could be getting with Greece. That's a lot of influence. I really, really love the influence system in this game. Um, but it's not like Egypt doesn't have the abilities. It's just going to be a little bit slower. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling so much because I really feel like influence is the hardest to get resource, and it's needed in bulk early, right? Like trying to convert the city states. It feels so good. Egypt would be a lot of gold, but I don't know that I necessarily need the gold coming in. I've got the gold from the resource card. Um, oh my gosh, Greece might be the better choice. Getting some of this, and the thing that I like most about this, right? Like, I get 3 influence on my palace for all of Antiquity Age. I don't know if that lasts going into exploration or not, but Parthenon does last going into the next age. It's an ageless building. So the more Partheons I build during Antiquity Age, the more influence I'm going to have going into the next ages. I mean, it feels like it sets me up for such success. And then at the same time, like I can build the unique quarters so consistently. Like every city should have one of these by the end of Antiquity Age, which means I'm getting gold. I'm for every city state, right? That I have 2 gold. That's not bad. I mean, I'm going to be picking up a lot of them, especially if I have the bonus influence. Happiness and cultural adjacencies for wonders and quarters. Like, that's just good. I'm picking up a lot of bonuses there. +4 culture and +2 influence if placed on rough terrain. Like, I'm really wanting to target that rough terrain to make sure I'm getting that 2 influence because that's the thing I want most. Culture's not bad. Okay, so the more I read this, like setting up the Parthenon on rough terrain to be able to get my 2 influence, the 3 on my palace, that's all really good. Screw it, let's go Egypt. Let's go Egypt. We've got a lot of gold. We've got things to do. Let's go Egypt. What are we doing? We're gonna put this one on. I think we're just gonna do Viceroy. We're gonna do standard game speed. Yeah, we're gonna do standard there. What we want to make sure we're doing is a long age length. I want to make sure I have that in play. And let's jump in. Let's jump in. Now, I will say, I very well may re-roll this game if I don't like the natural wonder that I start with. That may be just something that happens for me. Um, the reason that may be something that I just do is because the natural wonder is such a driving force for Isabelle. Like she's going to have huge bonuses from it. So if it's not the right bonuses, if it's not the things that I feel like I need to be careful to get those things because it's going to influence my game so massively. Um, there's an argument to be said about any natural wonder and starting with it specifically, right? Like having it in your starting area is powerful. Like it would be powerful for any leader. It's really powerful for Isabelle, who gets double those bonuses. So just having anything is going to be better than having nothing. But it's going to influence the way I play the game. Because of that, I want to make sure I'm careful with it, right? So we got Mount Kilimanjaro. Is that our natural wonder? Let's think about this. I actually need to pull up a list. I don't remember if this is considered one of them. I mean, I guess it is. That's a ton of happiness. You don't normally see that, right? Oh, Kilimanjaro, yeah. So 2 production, 4 happiness. Um, it's 3 tiles. I'm gonna double it when I'm working it because that's what Isabelle does. We've got some mountains here. We got a lot of mountains. We've got a lot of mountains. um, we're here at the mouth of what seems to be the ocean. We've got incense up here, so our science can be bolstered a little bit. 1, 2, 3. We can work the elephants. 1, 2, 3. We can work the elephants down here. We've got some desert up top, which doesn't feel horrible. It definitely feels like it could be worse, I guess. It's a lot of elephants for wonder construction as we look over what we have. Some flat plains, tropical. Kilimanjaro, that provides a lot of production. We could do a lot with that. But we don't have a lot of food here, right? We're gonna be reliant on the ocean tiles to provide all of our food. So 1, 2, 3. We can hope that all of this is ocean, so that we have a little bit of food production coming in, probably here. And that's if these tiles are actually ocean tiles. This one we're not even going to be able to work for the food, right? We're going to have to drop our building on it that gives us the bonus food, the fishery. But we have a lot of production. What are we building with all this production? We're building wonders. We are Egypt. So we're going to try to build our unique quarter, and then we're going to try to place down wonders. But we've got a lot of tiles. We can't work in our capital. So we've got all this production that we can use to build wonders, but not a lot of places to put it. That's the nail in the coffin. We're going to reload. Too many wonders. Too many inoperable squares. Between Mount Kilimanjaro itself, plus the other mountains, I'm not loving it. So we ran Queen's Jewelry, we ran Happiness to Food, continue Antiquity, continue Egypt, continue. We're running on Viceroy, because I don't want to jump out too hard. I have played a little bit higher games, right? I think the one that I completed was too high. No, it was one higher. It was on Sovereign. No, it was too higher. It was on Immortal. I did really well that game, I think. I think it was an Immortal victory. Oh. All right, what do we have here? Go ahead and get our yields turned on, our settler view. I don't like our settler view. It makes it a little harder to see. All right, so we're growing here. We're growing. We got our navigable river for a couple of squares. We got a lot of bonuses that feed off of that. We have some growth. We're missing all of the production this time around. I wonder if we've got Great Barrier Reef right out here. If we do, this is a great starting spot. The Great Barrier Reef would give us pretty much everything that we need to grow and be successful for the rest of the game. We are missing a ton of production ability through here, which makes it a little bit more challenging. But what can you do, right? I guess you can't have a perfect start. Let's pop down our city. I like this location here. Let's see what else we've got. That looks like it might be a Great Barrier right there. We don't have another wonder right here, so there's a good chance it could be. We're going to get our scout going. Let's hit next turn. Let's take our scout kind of before we move. Hit search. That tile just... We have a lot of open ocean here, so we might be missing out. We might be re-rolling again. We don't have a natural wonder yet. We did a search. We don't have anything close to us for a natural wonder. That's pretty unfortunate. We had the river, but we didn't have a wonder. All right. Running it back. Let's grab the right one. That's Catherine. Where's Isabel? There she is. All right. Did I accidentally click on Catherine last time? Maybe that was why. Antiquity, Egypt. Go up one setting there. Let's go to long, standard size. Egypt, Egypt, Egypt. Egypt, Egypt, Egypt. Egypt, 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 Egypt. What do we have now? We've got Grand Canyon down here. +2 science on flat terrain. Of which we have a good bit of flat terrain. 1, 2, 3 tiles that we can reach down here. I'm going to turn on my yields. I like this view a lot better. So it's culture. Culture, I'd say, is probably not really what I want to see when I'm starting out. We have some production. We have a volcano. We have mountains. So a lot of impassable stuff. We've got gypsum. So we can what do you call it? Produce lots of hammers. Growth is okay. Like we have some food. We have dates, which I value dates. Dates are pretty good, especially with turning happiness into food. Once again, though, we have a lot of in our capital, right? My capital is what traditionally gets really big. I want to try to put a lot of quarters down. I want to make sure I've got growth potential, like a lot of my specialized buildings, a lot of wonders, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 unusable tiles within my capital if I settle here. And I think that's going to be difficult. I mean, if we just look at it, we've got our town center here. We're working this, working all of this. That gives us opportunities for quarters here in these 4. And then they have to branch to something. They have to connect to something. So then we've got here and here. I want my wonders to be next to them so they get the bonuses. So I'm limited out here. I mean, I might get some quarter bonuses for wonders here, but not wonders I'm constructing. Like, where am I going to put the pyramids here? I'm going to put them out here, and I can't put a quarter here. We're doing it again. We're re-rolling. I know I'm being extremely picky. I'm not liking what I'm seeing there. I'm being very picky. Very, very picky. And I think I'm allowed to be. I want to make sure. I mean, I'm going to commit to a game for. It takes a few hours, 4 hours probably, to run through a game. Maybe not quite that long. Maybe 3 if I'm fully focused on a game. But that's still enough of an investment that I want to make sure I'm having fun with it while I'm doing it. I'm also trying to look for something for some quick lunch. I want to get something ordered here before time gets away from me more than it already has. Let's turn on our yields. We don't have anything here. I mean, this is... Oh, that is Great Barrier Reef right there. I'm like, that's pretty good yields. That's why. 2 food, 2 science, 2 happiness. Those are all going to double when I plop down my city. Itty bitty little river. We've got a river through here, some gypsum, horses, a couple of non-usable tiles over here, but are next to this river. It wants me, the game wants me to move over, which makes sense because right now I couldn't work the whole barrier reef. That wouldn't be a good spot. I don't want to take the happiness penalty though. I don't love it. Having a really tough time with this. All right. Got some quick lunch ordered. Isabel, Queen's Jewelry, and Chakra. Antiquity, age, Greece, up the difficulty, up the continent size, advanced option. We're going with long. Boom. This is it. This is the one. This is what we're doing right here, right now. The waters flood again, preparing the lands for new growth. Here, Egypt will compel the world to behold the wonders it works. All right. We have a crazy mountainous thing up here. We want to put our quarters next to it. Is the way it works. So we probably want our city here so we can build quarters up this way. Well, no, we can put our city here. We can have a quarter here, 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 and just kind of stretch them out, snaking along. I don't mind this. I don't mind this. That is a lot of growth. That's a lot of culture. We have some hammers down here at the south. So Petra looks like something that we could utilize. I mean, I do have a lot that I can't build on, right? A lot of unbuildable terrain. But 4 tiles of all of this crazy ability to grow is massive. I'm not going to be able to work it right away, right? I need my population to grow a little bit so I can get to it. I've got marble over here so I can grow my wonders quickly. Got cotton, which I'm not upset by. This looks to be coastal over here. Let's do it. Let's press the buttons. All right, we're choosing a production. We're going to get our scouts in play. Next turn. Agriculture is unlocked. Now got 2 food on that spot, which means that's probably where we're going to grow to. I don't think I need the iron early. Well, let's see. So we know we're going to get crazy growth. Well, I need to get over here, though. That's the problem, right? So this tile or this tile are the one that I want to work so that I can get over here, and this one is just better than this one. We know we need this. We know we want to start setting up quarters along the side of this. Camps and woodcutters are going to be something that we use a lot of. Clay pits, mines, quarries. Going to probably have a good bit of those. Sailing. I don't know how much our water has branched out yet, so I'm thinking I'm going to stay down here. And what do I like best of all right now? Probably my brickyard. Probably pottery getting us started. I don't want to get started with a granary. I want to get another scout out. I think 2 scout opening is probably good. Let's start heading this way. Oof. A lot of unusable stuff down here, but I guess we'll just have to make it work. When we can grow our city, we're going to pick up the extra food from this tile, and that's going to allow us for our next growth to start growing heavily into our natural wonder. I'm curious what's on the other side of this. Like, what am I on here? What all does this look like? I'm going to come over 1, and I'm going to search. Okay, so we have a lake that feeds into a navigable river that feeds into what seems to be the ocean. And we're right on the edge of a continent, which probably means we're in the middle of a map. We're geared towards the northern half of the middle, I'd say. We got some good coast over here. Now I'm curious as to what's over here. That search probably raised more questions than it answered. Because I definitely thought I was on the coast here. Not sure why that tile just kind of explored itself. I think my second scout I'll probably take that way. I'm curious. I know I'm on the upper half of the map, so I want to try to go this way right now. I want to see what's up here. It's going to be in the rest of my city borders as I expand more immediately. And a big thing that we're going to be looking for right now is where is our second city going to go? 1, 2, 3 tiles away. These are outside of our borders. We could look to put something over here along this side. We have a little bit of option. I'm going to pick up this first wonder slot. Look at that, 8 food, 4 gold, 4 culture. And this is where things start to really ramp for us. 1, 2, 3 puts that on the edge. We could look to put a city up over here to grab these other resources. Resources are going to be important for us because we are playing an economic game. We're going to take 1 step, 2 step. What do we have over here? This looks to be another coast potentially there. So definitely something we want to keep an eye on. Oh, we're on a corner. We like this. So we'll drop a city over here. We've met another civilization. Who have we met? Jose. Jose Rizal. He's a poet, a painter, and a revolutionary. We say, how do you do, Jose? We don't want to cause problems. At least not right now. Well, how are we looking overall? We got 3 population. Now, we can't make a settler yet because we only have 3 population. I think we need to get to 5. We grow in 1 turn. That's going to allow us to pick up another huge amount of food for this early in the game. I don't want to invest in a granary right now, right? So I don't want to invest in a granary because it's going to take 11 turns, and I want to start pushing out settlers. I want to get an earlier settler, and this will be built faster. Since I'm looking at potentially another city up here on the other side of this natural wonder, since this is going to be the extent of my city through here, this is the extent of my workable range on this side, I can put a city over here and be able to start working some of this. I'm going to take some big happiness penalties for doing that if I drop it up here, but maybe I can drop it over here or something. If I drop it over here, maybe like here. 1, 2, 3. These sheep are in the area. This is in the area. I can pick up the horses. I can pick up the dates. I can have, maybe somewhere in here. We'll see. We got a little bit of time. This guy, I want to come explore this coast because maybe we'll find a better city this way. I've got some high priority resources that I'm looking at already that are just outside of my capital. Down here, we've got another growth over here. We want to take the one that unlocks more land for us, specifically the natural wonder. I don't think anybody's going to snipe it from us, but I think it's just a slightly better choice to take that one. We could start going directly towards Pyramid, which I would like to have, but I don't think I have the production to really get it going yet. What else am I going to do? Let's take animal husbandry right now. I want to see what else is over this way. I want to see what's this way. We are on the coast, and we've got a lot of resources over here. All right. We're going to jet towards mysticism. We think that's important for us. And, oh, tough choices. I like oligarchy because of the food, but I've got so much food just naturally being produced in my capital. Um, and wonders are important for me personally and for Egypt as a whole. I think this is what we're going to do. We've got a lot of culture coming in from these first couple of tiles. I mean, we're generating way more culture than most people do at this stage of the game. We're going to take that. I'm going to get some happiness going. I value these celebrations. I value getting stuff up and running quickly. More coastal. I'm really confused. We're on this archipelago. I want to take a step here. It's considered rough terrain though. I was going to try to search, but I don't know how search feature works apparently. It's also weird for me. This is the first game in a long time that I haven't ran the massive +3 to my search range. So, kind of feeling it, to say the least. Kind of feeling it. All right, so we're obviously going to take one of these tiles because they're the best tiles for me to work right now. I don't have a lot of production, which is fine. If I take this tile, I unlock this tile, which I'm probably not going to work right away. There are better things. If I take this tile, I unlock this tile, which I'm also probably not going to work right now. So I don't think it really matters too much. But I am going to grab this one just for the sake of, I got to grab one. Might as well grab that one. All right. Continuing to explore a little bit over there. We'll continue to push upward over here. Still not really sure. I guess I'm way more north than I expected to be. Happiness I don't value a ton right now, so I'm going to take this one mostly because it'll give me the +2 influence a turn. 12 influence a turn feels really good. All right, we're going to get our settler going. It's turn 13. We're starting a settler. I don't know how with all this massive growth I'm still turn 13 before I'm pulling out my first settler. Oh my gosh. Hostile barbarians right here. I probably should have used that movement to run away, but I did want to make sure I'm along the coast. Shoka, the World Conqueror. Definitely want to start friendly with him, so we're going to use some of that very valuable influence to make him not as upset. I like this choke pointy area. I definitely could see putting a city up here sometime soon. I don't even know where Ashoka came from. Same thing with him, though. We're going to grab this bonus influence. I really like this science camp over here. I want to try to get them friendly with me. The bonus culture here is not worth spending influence on, I think. I've got a ton of culture coming in from the capital. So I'm kind of okay with that. We're going to start booking this scout out of harm's way, hopefully. We have a not as hostile cultural camp up here to the top. And the scout just kind of moving his way through. We need to start booking it over here, get into safety. We got some good rivers. We might be progressing this way. We can lock our borders over here, right? 1, 2, 3. We can reach the coast. 1, 2, 3. And we can grab these items. We're going to miss out on the wine if we do that, but we secure the coast, essentially. Somebody could plop down. No, they can't settle on wine. We can essentially wall this off, which allows us to progress this way later if we want to. So I think we're going to be pushing this way with our first couple of cities, unless we find something down here and we want to like more go down here and kind of wrap up. So I think those are our options right now. If we're going to settle over here, I think I was this spot that I liked, where I reach a lot of things. From here, I can go 1, 2, 3. I missed the dyes, which are not critical to me, but I do pick up horses, cottons, wool, uh, dates. From here, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think I missed the pearls too. 1, 2, 3. I missed the incense, but I can trade for some of these because our science guy will probably be reaching out into that. What I want to do now is just make sure that there's nothing down here worth taking. And I'm not thinking it's with coastal being here, a lot of impasse stuff that I'm going to reach through anyway. I think we're probably going to be good, or at least good enough. This guy's not hostile with me, so let's hug the side of their city thing. Wrap around. We got mysticism unlocked. I do not need combat strength right now. That's just straight up no thank you. Not going to be in your way, though. We're fine with that. What else do we have? We need a new technology. I do want to do a little bit of a fast expansion here, so irrigation is something that I'm targeting, but I'm only at 1 of 3 cities right now, so I feel like I have a pretty good ways before I cap myself. Getting monuments online, though, for the influence could be nice. With mysticism unlocked, let's switch over to the Egyptian stuff and see what we have. We can start getting gold and happiness. Gold and culture. And all of that leading us towards settlement limit, gold, pyramids. Okay. Let's start with this. I'm going to take the straight up 3 influence. I feel like that is so strong, and I'm going to start building monuments or altars. Was that monuments or altars? I don't even remember. We're going to start building them like crazy, though. We're going to take 1 step. We're going to hit the search button, see what we've got over here, because we've got this nice navigable river. So our second city may end up over here. We just got to find out what else is over here to see if it's worthwhile. There's a lot of gypsum down here. We could use that as a good resource to funnel production into our second city. And since we found the northmost points, and we're pretty close to the northmost points, I'm feeling pretty secure. I'm going to grab this last massive amount of food, right? Huge food, 32 food off of 4 tiles worked there. Means we're going to be looking pretty good, right? 40 food is a lot. Come on down this way, try to scope out what we see over here. We're going to wrap around over here. Is this a lake? This is starting to look more like a lake than a coast. We're okay with that. Normally I don't do big movements like this, but we're going to go ahead and bring this guy down. Really no reason for him to be up here in La La Land on his own. That's what we were looking for. We want to make sure no hostilities over here, and unfortunately we found one. Also, thanks to our search, we know there's a warrior here. Normally I would have moved there. I'm really happy I didn't. We are pretty close to death on this go. Warrior saw us. We got a scout up here. It's time to try to run away the best that we can. Jose is the guy that we're sharing borders with. Oh. Got some good rivers through this tropical area. All right, our settlers up. Let's take some really good stock of what we've got. We can't settle through here. But we could bring a city down here, which we haven't fully explored. Put one over here, but we're really close to the hostile um, neutral camp. Two of them, really. So I don't think I want my first expansion to go that way. Don't think I want the first expansion to go that way, but that could be a good tertiary city. Oh. Would mean I'm looking to settle somewhere over here. Hmm, 15 turns to get the altar up. Can I just buy it? I do have a good bit of gold. Let's buy it. Let's buy our altar. Altars are, let's take a step back. Altars are a happiness building, right? They're an antiquity age happiness building. Happiness buildings, happiness and culture have the same adjacency bonuses, so +1 for wonders in this case. Um, so we can put one here. We can get 2 happiness, 3 influence. We replace this farm, which allows us to put that citizen somewhere else, which would probably be the iron. So I can get a little bit of production going as I start working my way out towards the cotton. So I think that's what we're going to do. That's also going to allow us to start building our other quarters along the side of this mountain. What are we actually building? It's a great question. We are going to start working on some warriors so we can push our way over to get down to that next city. It's not going to be a safe expansion until we get some military units up. In the short term, we're going to take this iron, give us a little bit of combat strength on our infantry that we're training, as well as that all-important production. That finally moves us to 6 production. Honestly, really not doing great with the production. But what can you do? We've got a ton of food, so hopefully we can grow and start picking up, filling in some of those gaps. We're still pretty well injured on this scout, so we're just going to push where we can. This direction up here. See what we have. Okay, so we're working with a pretty good amount of vision now. We've got a river through here. We got the coast. I think what I'll do is move the scout 1 and do a search to see if there's anything over here. But right now I'm thinking I might like settling here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We should be within range to connect. I want these. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So if I settle like through here, 2, 3. If I settle here, I can get that gypsum. I can get that. I can get that. I can get that. Settle here. 1, 2, 3 tiles. Leaves those out of my range though. I think I prioritize gypsum over elephants, but that is 2 things of elephants that are fairly close. The best thing for me would be like if if the Great Barrier Reef was right there or something. I mean, that would just be so good for me. Instead, it dips out another spot. I wasn't really expecting that. We're going to walk forward 1 and search, because I want to be able to hit that in my turn next time. I know I'm not settling this turn, so I think I'm going to move here. This guy's finally caught back up with everybody else, kinda, sorta. We get another person. And a lot of woodcutter camps up here. And ultimately, trying to get to this cotton. But I want this other wonder too, since I want them both. I don't prioritize those as much. I'm taking this woodcutter. And now on my next expansion, I can take that cotton. Over here, we're grabbing our, might be our first goody head of the game, maybe our second. We're going to take the happiness. We're generating pretty good culture. Before we move this guy, what are we looking at up here? I don't think we're getting any better information than what we've already got. We could settle here and piss off Jose, which I don't necessarily want to do. 1, 2, 3. I could settle here and be able to grab that gypsum, but 1, 2, 3. That gypsum. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if I pick up that gypsum or that Kalen, whatever. From here, 1, 2, 3. I can reach the coast. I can probably reach both of these. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'd be able to grab a lot of that. It's actually not a bad spot. 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles away from his border, but I don't know where his capital is, so he could expand. He could get pretty upset with me. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good spot, and it kind of seals me off up here. What do we have down here? We have, like, what is this ultimately going to be? We've got good production. We've got great resources. I feel like we have decent enough food to grow, decent enough production, especially if we target these gypsums, right? This is probably going to be a city. This is going to be a city. I don't have a town supporting it. If this is going to be a town with just a bunch of resources, I don't have a ton of food coming in. It would be a mining town, most likely. I like it. Let's pull the trigger on it. Let's do this. Boom. Here we are. We need to get a lot of resources online from here. I want to make sure we're prioritizing growing, and I want to stop the advance down here. Normally, I would take this food tile and work my way up. But like I said, I want to kind of pinch off Jose from reaching any of these. We've got 1 food here, and then production, science, happiness. We need to get food online to be able to grow this city. I think we're just going to have to throw that down. It'll be fine. It's the best we can do. We have a celebration. What are we doing this time? We're just going to take the culture. Are we taking culture? Crap. I think we're taking culture because I already clicked the button. What do we do? Food on rivers. Do we have anything that impacts that? Not really. We don't have any rivers in our city right now. We take the +2 culture, or we just take +2 gold in every city, every settlement. I think that seems good enough. We're a little injured over here, and currently there's no hostiles around us, so let's just go ahead and press that button one good time. And come up here and hit search just to make sure we don't have any barrier reefs or anything around us. We always do want to be looking out for those natural wonders. We have a production choice back here in our capital. What are we looking to do? We could get a saw pit up and running, which is not a bad option. We do have a couple of these woodcutters that we're looking at. We know we're a little bit behind on production. I think what I want to do is get another settler out, right? I want to use this guy to start coming around over here to get ready for my second city. And if I can pave the way for him with these military units, I think I'll be a little bit stronger for it. What I haven't done, right, and I need to do, is start one of these independent cities getting friendly with me. And I'm going to prioritize the science over the military for, you know, I'm not militaristic of a player. That makes sense for me. And this guy, I want to try to take a peek into Jose's borders is what I'm doing. So I want to get right up close and I want to hit the search button and see what I can find. So Jose, you're probably pretty mad at me at this point, huh? Yep, I settled too close to you in your eyes. It's a little unfortunate that you feel that way. Truthfully, I feel like you're a little close to me too, but it's just something we're going to have to live with. All right. Got some good techs unlocked. We have our masonry. We're struggling a little with production. Writing's pretty good for us. I think we're going to take that. Not necessarily loving the idea, but kind of limited on what I can do. Go up here, grab this. Scout swinging up as well. Again, I'm going to come up here and try to pinch out and take over this territory that I'm going to want up top. I've got to have not a great fight for me, but I've got to start getting some advantages for myself here so I can bring my settler up and get my settler in a better location and get him well defended and protected on his way up. You want to denounce me? I have pretty good gold right now. I could buy a unit down here. It wouldn't take much to kind of push him out if he wants to go to war now. And we have a few turns to set up. He's got a great city for me on a navigable river like that. Oh, I'm gonna let him do it. We're gonna set up to go to war. And down here, to help us get ready for that, I'm gonna purchase in a slinger. Let's see if we can use our scout to bait a little bit. Oh shit, that was my scout. Shit. It's fine. It's a little bit more of a bait. It'll be fine. Jose only has one city, so if we are able to kind of push on him fast down here, I think we can do a lot to hamper him, take him over, remove him. And that's a pretty good city to have. Got some hostiles up here. Let's run away from them and right into another warrior. Ain't that some crap? All right, down here, what are we gonna do? We can't purchase another unit this turn. Kind of not ideal for us, but what can you do? We're actually going to keep this scout over here for a second. I don't need to look very far if I am going to be going to war with Jose. It's more about... Where was I going to settle here? I was going to settle here. Okay. If I am going to war with Jose, I don't need to go scouting. I need to be able to see what's going on and what he's doing. This ship is scaring me a good bit. There's a lot of hostilities over here. I'm going to spend some of this, worsen our relationships a little bit faster. You are now denouncing me. I'm rejecting your requests. I am just trying to get us to go to battle. The ship is really scaring me. I'm worried that they're going to come up and attack me. There's so many hostiles here. Got 9 turns before this city becomes less hostile. The slinger's going to come down here. Can't purchase another unit right now, right? Oh, we can. Let's purchase another unit. We got a narrative choice. All right. So we can have 5 of these guys within 20 turns. And we can disperse an independent power with one of these within 15 turns. Normally this would be pretty easy if I wasn't preparing for war with Jose. This would be a super freaking easy quest. However, with me building a war machine down here, I'm a little bit distracted. I'm looking at what my new city has in it, right? Got my lookout set up. Where... Oh, that's not what I wanted. We got... Did I click it again? I clicked it again, didn't I? Resources. 2 food, 2 production. Bringing us up to 11. We have our settler. They've got this damn ship here. Let's see, that was an altar. We could put our cultural building on top of it. which is pretty dang strong right there, all things considered. Turns that into a quarter. What I need though is start pushing out units. I'm in a war with neutral powers, and I'm going into a bigger war with Jose. So I've got to start getting units on the go. Let's have him heal up. Move this guy down. Move you over here to this marshy area. Got your army commander there. What else can we do? I can denounce you, which would make us go through these steps a little bit faster. Ship's over there right now. Let's see. Bring you up. I'm surrounded again, and this time by a freaking slinger. The warrior over there, so I can't run away. Alright, we can choose a production. We're still got our war going on over here. I'm in the middle of like a bunch of hostilities. I'm not loving it. Stack them for a second. Bring this guy over. Check it out. All right, cultural or economic attribute card. Cultural gives me +1 culture on the palace. I can get toward bonus production for wonders, which actually feels pretty good. Economic, on the other hand, gives me gold. Gives me more gold, right? Gold for trade routes. Resource capacity in towns. Gold on resources. Oh. I'm already leaning very heavy into my economics. I think that's my play, is my economics. So let's take that economic attribute card. Let's jump back into here. We have nothing to mastery in our Egyptian culture. They're pretty easy to do, I guess. I want to start growing massively, so I want to get this clan networks online. And I'm going to have less people to trade with because I'm about to go to war with Jose. Economics, take that gold like it stole something. Down here, holy cow, more hostile warriors. We're just really stuck in a not great position. We got the Achaemenid. Xerxes, the God King. We want to start friendly with him. Can we declare war? I do want to declare war. So declare a surprise war. They gain 100 influence. I don't really want to fight the uphill battle there. I will denounce their military, continue to speed things up. Command our units. We're going to hold those. What's next? You. You're going to move forward. Up here, you're going to move forward. Here. I think we said we wanted to settle. Gotta recheck things, right? So if I settle here, nope, it wasn't there. I wanted, is it here? Oh, crap. Where did I want to settle? Might have been here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't get the sheep if I settle there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Well, I don't. My borders are really close there. How much do I prioritize sheep? All right, 1 second. Let me go grab my lunch from the door while we think about this. All right. I'm back with our lunch. Let's see. Lunch. I'm excited for lunch. Lunch. Excited for lunch. Lunch. I'm excited for lunch. Lunch. Excited for lunch. Nothing too fancy today. Just some McDonald's. The family's out, so ordered some quick McDonald's just to have something delivered here. Didn't have to stress too much about it. Just taken care of. All right. Back to the grind. We're looking at a spot for our settler. We're looking to get down our second town. We've got a pretty good starting location here. Lisette is in a good spot, I think. We took an expansion south. I think we're in a good spot. It's got a lot of production. It's got a lot of resources. I think overall this is pretty good. We could put a town over here, a little fishing town that can fish, right? For lack of a better way to put it, a fishing town. All this food that's up for grabs along the coast definitely could be a position for us. Just a choice, right? Maybe a decent choice for us. We're going to take Bach down here eventually, right? Jose's mad at us. We're making him more mad. We got a couple of units here ready to kind of push in against him as soon as war is able to be started. And I want a city over here. But what I'm running into is I want to make sure I'm getting good use out of this space. This will actually almost certainly be a town, not a city. It's got a lot of water. It's got a lot of food production that I can generate here. I mean, it would be okay as a city. Looking at it again, I got some production from these desert tiles. It'd be okay. I do want to make sure I capture some resources. If I put something here, I can drop a little fishing town up here or something to just generate food and push it in. Which means I could value something like, well, if I put a town up here to just gather these resources and fish, I can now push this one more this way in one of these spots. 1, 2, 3. That's pretty decent. 1, 2, 3. That's a little bit better because it's on a river. From here, I can pick up this. I think I may take that spot. I think that may be what we want to do. So let's... let's take this guy one up. I'll have him reestablish a lookout over here. Settler is going to come over one, I guess, next turn. What time am I going to end my stream today? Great question. I'm actually not sure. My wife took the kids out with her mother, my mother-in-law. And I'm going to take advantage of the fact that they're not here and I have some free time. But I'm not sure what time they're planning on being back. Maybe 3, 4, something like that. It's kind of that would be ideal for me, I guess. All right, settler, move him into position. He can't pop the town down this turn. We can put a warrior on him. This guy's coming over to reinforce because we got a lot of warriors over here. This will be the last warrior I spit out of my capital, I think. Still can't go to war down here. In the turn, in the turn, in the turn. Ah, he popped down a second city somewhere. Oh, it's over here. Got a desert rolling through our capital. A dust storm. Oh, let's gain a little science. I need some influence. I'm running a little bit behind. All right, what are we looking at here? Jose popped down a second town. So I think if we end up crushing him and removing him from the game, we're going to need irrigation to hold all these. And back up here in our capital, I want to start getting this monument down. Actually, I think we just need to go for it. Like, how? I don't know what the relationship values are like here. I don't know how long I have to wait for him to go from unfriendly to hostile. If it's one turn, I'd rather wait. If it's like 10 turns, I'd rather just go now. Civ 7 relationship values. Let's see if we can find it real quick. Civ 7 relationship value for hostile. We'll never know. It doesn't tell me anywhere. I don't know. I don't know. Civ 7 wiki. Is there anything on the wiki about it? Maybe it just didn't come up. Nothing that I see. Does not tell me anything I want to know. All right. It's fine. We'll wait another turn. Where are we? You wait. You wait. You are coming up here to reinforce this mess. You wait. You will build us a daggum town. Daggum town built. We are now the proud owners of a daggum town. Look at us in all of our glory. Daggum town. And we're gonna grab these resources first because I don't want this to expand and take the gold that I otherwise want to have. I know it's kind of minor because I'll probably just trade with them, especially since they're my friends. Are you hostile yet? Not yet. You broke the minus 50 part. I'm just waiting to throw this guy just head first into that city. Not really sure. Oh, because of the dust storm, maybe? Is that why you got injured? We got a narrative choice. We get a cultural attribute point. Cultural attribute point. Take +1 culture. Yeah, sure. All right, we are expanding down here. We're favoring this food. The reason we're favoring this food, right, is so that we can get the resource on display. Well, it's going to go back to our capital because that's the way this type of resource works, but that's okay with us. I'm not necessarily feeling like we need to go directly into Code of Laws, so I'm going to take Public Life and work towards Entertainment for Settlement value right now. We can take some food back, but we're really good on food. The other one's not great for us. I don't think we're going to be expanding that far down, nor do we need horses like that, so we're just going to call it. We're still only unhappy here. We're just kind of waiting. This guy, we're going to move down a spot, and we're going to put him on alert. I'm going to move this scout. Oh, we're hostile. Hold on. We're hostile. We're hostile. We can do this. Declare war. Formal war. Open the war screen. Nobody has war support. I will spend... I'll spend 90. You are going to step in. You are going to come over here. Back him up. You're going to come over here. We're now in. What do we have? He has a Jaguar Hunter and a whatever his range unit is, his equivalent of a slinger. Ooh, he has a boat down here too. Push on that. We're going to have you sling there. We're going to have you come in here. You'll take the tile. Good job. All right. Got that going. Let's drop back here, buy a slinger for the town. We'll have you run up this way. Wasn't expecting the boat. That's got me a little alarmed, but I think I can make do. this barbarian camp is actually not occupied right now. I'm going to try to move my warrior down and break it up real quick. Alright, dang it, they grabbed the gold. I did want that. Well, that's inside of our borders at least. We can drop back and prioritize the dates. We're going to take the gold, or the happiness, I'm sorry. We've got a unit to command. Let's bring this guy over, see what we've got down here. Slinger can take a step in and now be ignoring the boat, which is pretty good. Bring this warrior around. We'll have this one just kind of slap into this thing. The scout, keep moving. If we're distracting down here, we're not getting hit down here. We have a codex. Give us a little bit more science. We're feeling pretty good about that. Oh, looking good, feeling good. All right, let's start getting our unique quarter online. All right, we're getting our unique quarter online, so I'm not worried about the construction speed right now. Let's continue with our cultural gain. We'll take food in all settlements right now. That feels pretty powerful. I want to know why. Or you just can't bombard it. It just, you don't do enough. And you can't reach those guys? Is that the problem? We got diplomatic action. What we got going on? Culture? I don't really need that. We got a scout here on the backside. Again, maybe just draw some aggro. We got this scout here on the back. It's kind of bugging me, cramping my style. I will win this. It's just might be taking me a while. what I want to do right now, this is pretty well defended up here. We want to try to pull them out a little bit. Maybe start creeping down this way. All right, we're growing our population back here. I'm gonna take this. Over here, how are we looking? I'm gonna probably set up for that gold soon. Ooh, I'm not really feeling great. Like I thought I was in a good spot, but I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. What do we have? We're getting shot at with our scout down here. Let's see if we can pull back a ways and see if he'll follow this scout. We'll bring in this way. This warrior will come up here. I want to heal, but I want to make sure I'm safe to heal. That did a pretty large chunk of damage there. They might heal up before I even get back, so it might not matter. We will take that influence. Good, our plan worked. We're pulling this scout away. Whoop, that's not really what I wanted to do. It's fine. What do we have here? Well, let's go ahead and pull in another warrior. Push you up. Can you attack? Oh, you can. Good, we got one of those down. I want you to heal for a turn. You step up. I don't think you can hit anything, but you're here. Get a little bit of science. That feels good. Civic. Go ahead and shoot towards entertainment. I want to get my unique quarter online. These ranged units are just tearing me up. He's got 3 ranged units here that are just destroying my warriors. I thought for sure I'd have him. is that? Is that Himiko? All right. I'm not really doing as well as I would like to be doing in this fight. We're throwing gold at these people like crazy right now. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. All right, let's see. So what do we have here? We got 20 health on this poor little warrior. Oh my gosh. We can take him out. Thing is I don't know if I want to. I think I'd rather him attack into me. Oh, I did not want him to attack into me, turns out. We pepper this guy. Peppered. Alright. We can do a lot of damage there. Oh no, I walked too close. I forgot they had a boat down here. Son of a bitch, he's gonna shoot me. Nope. He's gonna shoot me. Okay. Move that guy up that way. It's fine, it's fine. We'll make do. Alright, you... Alright, he's got poison, so... Oh my gosh, I cannot break through this. All right. Took that. Continuing to push up. Let's get another one of those going. Get a city-state bonus. All right, all right. How we looking? Ooh, all right. Might just take this free technology. Bam. Just be done with it. All right, science. +1 production on a library. All right, back here, capital city. We got our economy kind of booming, right? Kinda booming. What? 23 turns. Holy guacamole. All right, let's get our brickyard up. Brickyard. All right, we barely took out that scout, but point is we took him out. We're splitting focus here a little bit. He's got a lot of boats that are not really going to do much to aid him. We're going to come up here. That slinger might take us out. That's going to be unfortunate. What's he got here? What do we have here? We can hit that wall and die, we can hit that guy and die, or we can fortify here. We can bring you up. You can't really do much either right now, so let's bring you over here. That boat can shoot us there? Well, that's unfortunate. Might have to move, huh? Boom, nothing. All right. Got another string. I mean, we've got to be exhausting this guy, right? Like, we damage that. Start hurting him a little bit. Ah, he hit us. I don't know if I'm ever getting through this daggum city, but I've invested so much now, I feel like I need to keep investing, which is probably the worst thing I can do. Look at that, we got 4.3 science coming out of our capital now. You're not gonna let me have a city? Alright, that's fine, go away. I don't really know what you're doing down here, other than not much. They're content leaving you there though. Alright, we built a production building last time. Let's get a science building up. to complete that quarter. By God, there might be a light at the end of this tunnel. We have so much production down here. Would probably be a great candidate for a city. All right, how are we looking? All right, we got an army commander up here that's not helping us at all with our army down here. So that's lovely. Seems practically impossible to break these damn walls. All right. All right. Let's go up here. Let's do the war support thing. Let's toss some more support in my favor. All right. Huge victory. We're going to keep this settlement. That's a huge victory, grabbing that city. Finally breaking it. Oh, we're feeling a lot better now. Getting through that was noticeable, but we're feeling good. We have like no production up here. Can we move some resources around? Do we have? You can't trade your resources out. We could build a saw pit. Let's have you come in and hold that city as a fresh unit. You healed a full. You healed a full. Choosing a celebration, I am going to start wonder production up here. So I am getting set up for wonders. I'm going to take our happiness there. All right, you. Guess come over here and chase down this guy. You can just outright remove him. All right. I think I finally have this under control. Should be able to remove Jose this turn. And get you away from the water there. We got up here. We're growing this town, growing this town, growing this town, growing this town. What do we need? Let's start picking up. What did we do over here? I'm gonna get this wonder going. Wonders. We can put one here. Gain some adjacency bonuses. That seems fine enough. You can do a thing. You can grow into a city. But I really don't want you to right now. Down here, what do we have? You could throw yourself at the spearman. You could throw yourself at the spearman and almost die. You can have you step down one. You step over here. Go ahead into the spearman. You live. Go ahead into the spearman. You live. We're not really making much of a dent here in this spearman, but we are lowering him slowly. You're going to skip a turn. What do we have up here? You are going to come into this guy. We're going to reject that because we have you on your last leg. Well, I feel like you're on your last leg. Our general is going to come here into the city. And we're going to do a joint attack there. You're going to heal. You. I don't want you to, like, suicide into this. Can I kill this spearman? Or is he going to take me out? He is so hard to chew through here. Everybody I have, like, dies. Spearman is tanky. He's healing so much more than I am too. Well, this is probably the last place I needed this guy. I think. I mean, there is this guy. Come over here and slap him around a minute. Alright, how are we looking here? Like, if I pick this guy, and I do this. Alright, we hurt that guy pretty good, like. taking the town yet. But next turn we should have it. Not sure where that scout went over here. Town specialization. Let's repair that, repair the fishing boat, repair the other fishing boat. And go ahead and convert this to a city. Desert Tile and Wonder, or Navigable River and Wonder. Alright, where's our commander? Commander, give the order. Alright, continue. We got... Woo! Jose, how you doing? Alright, we're going to keep the settlement. We're in a good spot. We got some food. We're going to send that over here. I'm going to try to get more production going up here. Oi! This is how I want my resources set up for now. Go ahead and heal to full. You deserved it. It's finished. Took him out. Woo! Took us a ton of gold, but we took him out. All right, we're a 5 of 6. I think we're going to need to start getting pretty big. See, what are you doing? You're going to heal to full, so what you're going to do, you are going to step on top of this guy. Get some healing. Healing. We got a couple of towns that we want to set up to provide resources to pretty much everybody else. So we're going to start working towards that. And we're going to work on getting our economy back in line. Now you want to offer me combat strength when I'm not in battle? Forget you. Alright, we got this town. It really needs to grow. I need to get more resources coming in from this town. Up here, I think I'm cool with you being a city, actually. Can't afford a city right now. You, do you need to grow anywhere else? Not really. So you can become a farming town. I don't know if you're actually connected to anything. Oh no, you are. Connected to my capital. I want to get another town up here quickly. Culture, I don't care about. Thank you. It's not really necessary right now. What do we have? Go to sleep. Got a narrative choice. Take the happiness towards a celebration. And That seems fine. All right. Where are we looking? We got a little bit of codex space. Probably should have prioritized some codex a little bit more. Truthfully, though, I think we're fine. I want to send you over here. From here, I want to purchase a settler. I've met somebody. Himiko, where'd you come from? Hello, we're gonna be friends. Don't hate me. Happiness. I'd actually rather have the influence. Culture? Not really. Not really my jam, Himiko. Get this little fishing village up and running. We're going to grab those horses. Over here, we are grabbing this to drop here. Get that unique quarter up and running. Growing a city over here. Need to get some of these resources in a bad way. 50 gold. Production at the palace. Value that production at the palace a little bit more. Thinking I want to turn this into a city. Colosseum's almost done. Hey, there it is. All right, we like that. We're going to take the bonus on wonder construction. And I think that's fine. All right. Up here in our capital, we could get the cultural attribute point. What do we have? What's our cultural attribute? 10% wonder speed. It's pretty good overall. We don't have a ton of fishing boats here, which is my concern. It doesn't feel like a good wonder to build. I mean, it doesn't feel like a bad wonder, I guess. So drop it over here in the corner where nobody's looking, just to take it away from everybody else. Up here, let's buy a settler. Take citizenship. Commanding a unit, let them go to sleep. Oh, what do we have? A merchant. Let's just come over here and trade real quick. Got that bronze working online over here. Really, I want you to get as much fish as possible. And because of that, you can get a fishing key. Which should allow you to grow that much faster. Alright, we have some codex spots open, so we can do some masteries here. can get some gold going. We've got a ton of influence. We can use some of it on gold. I'm fine with that. What do we have over here? We finished this. Get a repair on our key and a repair on our bath. We said we had a bath here. Oh, okay, they double food. It's here. This is a library. We benefit most from a production building on top of it, of which we could do a barracks or a saw pit. Do we have anything over here that we like? Cultural going. We could get happiness and science on tropical terrain, which is pretty much everything here. I'm actually okay with that. If that finishes out, that would be good. Okay. Back up here in our El Capital. Got 1, 2, 3. We're at a border length over there, right? But 1, 2, 3, we're not over here. Expanding this way would be ideal. Trying to get our borders kind of sealed up a little bit. We're trying to get a lot of fishing boats down over here. I don't care as much about the happiness, homie. Really don't. Glad you do. Pax Imperatorium. 3 more and we've got a golden age. That's kind of cool. Cultural, we're well and far behind on. Science and economic too, honestly. Let's see. Bach is, it's all about food right now down there, but I actually don't care for that. Let's get him some production. What's Bach looking like? They've got 17 on the production. I'd like to move that to Bach and this to Bach. Alright. That can go there. Alright. You are going to open up trade and bring us in some gold. That's going to help us with getting some of these towns online a little bit faster. We're up to 7 of 7 here. We can... What is this? We get 50 gold one time. Embrace the legend of the track farmer plus 1 food on what? Alright, we'll take the food. I don't know where that was, but okay. Where is our city hall? Right there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's our peak. 1, 2. We're border locked over there. 1, 2, 3. That's our final point over there. Is this us? Yeah. 1, 2. We got one more over here. We start competing up there. This is a really good tile for us. It's just currently not being worked, so let's grab it. Knocking Jose out, I think, did a wonder for us, right? That feels good. We now have an opportunity to sit back and try to get everything else in line. Our stance on the world has very drastically fallen behind. We're back in this little corner. We haven't expanded much. I'd love to get a city set up through here somewhere, maybe, just to kind of wall off and keep this all me. I also like up here somewhere. But these are all things that we kind of have to grow into. Hey, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that. Every follow, every subscription goes a long way. Thank you. Let's see. I'd like to make our way towards the fish as a resource, so let's grab that. And we can work that tile and then the fish. A wonder up there and a wonder down here, getting ready to be completed. We've got a civic. What is our civic choice right now? Science and codex slots, resource slots. Monk Mound is pretty good. I like. Let's try to work our way towards that. It's pretty cool. We hit a science and a cultural tick mark on the same turns there. Brings us up to culture 1 and science 1. Military is on 2, and economics we're a little bit behind, mostly because we've got resources within our borders. We just have to start working them, and we have to have enough spaces to put them on display. We're not really like pushing for that yet, so I haven't optimized for it, but just things to kind of keep in mind. I'm going to go ahead and start working through, try to get to mathematics. Ooh, where am I? I'm in capital. This lighthouse I'm pretty okay with. There's a lot of reasons to like a lighthouse right now. The gold, the resource slots, all being pretty strong for me. Down here, I think I do want to convert this into a town, I think. Or, I'm sorry, this town into a city. It has a lot of production going for it, just naturally. 15. What do we have built here? This is a saw pit. Let's go ahead and convert it. Boom, it's a city. Now we can start working on. Let's get our unique quarter going there. Got a cultural card. Play that. And we're looking okay. Got another wonder completing. Woo! There we go. Get some culture, but we really don't need it. I mean, I've got a lot of influence that I'm not using for anything else anyway, so I could. What is this? This is a library. Let's get a market going there. Why am I getting attacked out here? I don't really care. All right, down here, what do we have? Is this our city? This is our city hall. Okay. We're working this because that's a really freaking good tile. And that gives us access to sheep soon. Let's continue our wonder production. And I like influence, but I really don't think I need it. 1 food on rivers seems good. I got a lot of, now that I've taken over these cities, I've got a lot of these river tiles. A little bit extra food from them is not really going to hurt. What do we have down here? We could drop a fishing key down here. 1, 2, 3. A little bit of fishing that we can do. We're gonna have a couple coastal tiles if we do that. Let's grab those sheep. Perfect. All right, what do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4 wonders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 codices. We're going to need some spaces to put codices. And we need a lot of resources. I do want to gain the happiness from this, since I'm on non-fresh water. That may be an important thing to pick up. I'm growing a town. What town are we growing? Up here in the top corner. Let's get those dyes online. I want to pick up this, well, I guess technically both of these now. And then I'll convert this. Not that I'm really looking to rotate in. My happiness isn't great here, so I guess I could put some dyes in. Ooh, this is good. This is really good for us. All right, we got a lot of quarters through here. I'm gonna drop this here. I can build, if I can get a quarter here, oh, that'll be great. Double warrant, wonder. Oh yeah, we're digging it. All right, what do we got over here? I value these unique quarters a lot now that I know how to make them. We're gaining so much gold. Like, where's my unique quarter down here? Look at this thing. 632 there. That's pretty good. Up here, 635. Like, it's just, it's so strong. We got 30 turns until this thing grows again. Which is not doing well on the food production. And unfortunately, I need it to grow because it's got resources within its boundaries, or potential for resources within its boundaries, that I feel like I really need. Let's spend a little bit of money to try to get it up. We're going to do double food buildings here, and that's going to chop our time to grow in half. It'll also help once I'm able to convert this. Boom, get out of my city. Gold? Yeah, sure. We'll take some gold. We have no reason not to. We got a ton of, what do you call this stuff? Influence. This lone ship's not really going to do anything to me. It's just kind of annoying. Do. Another turn. Take out this archer. Wabam. Progress the turn. We're going to bring you back to home. Heal up. Up here. We spend a little bit of money, make you a little bit better. Let's drop that in and focus you as a fishing town. Start channeling all that food to somewhere. Where's it going? Our capital. We're cool with that. Capital's getting pretty big. We need it to be able to grow. We need it to be able to grow. We need this to grow too. We got a lot of resources here. I'm gonna take that fish. Fish. Town specialization, we got our fish. I do want the incense over here, but not enough to impede starting to send this food somewhere, right? So now I can start sending all of this food over here. Hopefully get some more growth going, since food production is now a lot higher. A lot higher. I keep almost hitting that upgrade button. I know that's not what I need to do. Got a narrative choice. Oh no, the crisis has started. Not really ideal here. We have a ton of production already. We can drop this on top of our saw pit and feel pretty good going into the next age. What is this? Oh, -5 happiness on altars and affected sediment. This is the plague. Joke's on them. I don't have a lot of science buildings right now. All right, we're growing a city. We are taking this. I mean, we need to put this somewhere right now, and this is the only place that I have resource slots open. I've got 3 cities right up here. We're finishing a wonder. Well, we're finishing a wonder down here too. Next turn's a big turn for us. We got wonder completion, Weighing Palace, and the Oracle. Those are not too shabby, right? We need 2 more wonders. Two more wonders to finish that off. We could do 3 cities for a perfect military. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 resources. What in the world are we going to be doing? Well, cultural, right? We're going to take that. All right. How are we looking? Do we have any wonders to build? Wonders to build. We do not. All right. We do need some resource slots. Can't tell what that is. Oh, it's that's my palace. It's a sawmill. What gold is supposed to pair? It's supposed to be golden food. It's supposed to be golden food. Drop it in here. That's pretty strong. We could look for something like a... I'm fine with that. It'll be all right. All right. What do we have over here? Purchase or repair on the fishing boat. Anything we can build here? We cannot. Not currently. All right. So we got a market. We got a library. We're gonna build a blacksmith with our library, just to get some more hammers up and running. And I'm going to start pulling you this way, right? So if I'm going to drop 3 cities, I'm going to need to know where to drop them. One there looks really good. One there looks not quite as good, truthfully. I mean, it could be a little fishing town that picks up some stuff and just sends it back. I'm not opposed to it. It's easy to protect. So one there, and one up here. All right. So that's what we're doing. We're going to send you up here. We're going to send you, I think it was over here. Forgot already. Yeah, it's over there. And then this one in the middle we don't really need. I'm going to have some happiness hits when we do this, so we need to be prepared on that front. We can grow up here. Still need to grab some land. Like, I want that tile because it's a lot of production, but I also want... this is our palace. 1, 2, 3. 1, We're real short on this side. Culture, don't really need that, but you have at it. Let's get a settler going. We'll be pretty close with sorry, it'll be pretty close with when our civic ends, which is when we might be able to make a new person. Or new wonder, sorry, new wonder. Purchase a repair on that fishing boat. What else? Purchase a repair on that bath. All right. Down here, we don't have anything else to do. Let's go ahead and produce a settler. All right, you are going to go into wait. You can grow a city. Not a lot of food. Looks to be our best production. We know we're about to expand over our limit though, so I want to target some of these happinesses. Hmm, 6 gold, sure. Not like I'm doing anything else. Bring it on. All right. We got a civic. It's a whole lot of wonders that are not available for me. What are we looking at up here? That fishing key doesn't really give me much value. This blacksmith is at a +8. That feels pretty good. We could drop it right on top of this sawmill. Settler, we'll start you walking up that way. Get a new technology. Pyramid of the Sun has finished. That is something that I probably want to target. grow our city. Those 3 hammers there feel so tempting to take right now. Like, I really want them. I'm just gonna take them. Like, that's a pretty big mine for me. All right, down here, repair this pasture. We don't have a wonder we can start construction on. So let's start with a happiness building. Happiness pairs with culture, which I don't currently have a square set up for that. Oracle right here seems like a decent spot. We're building a wonder in our capital. Let's push productions up here. Production. These are all food. These have production on them. Okay, good enough. We will take the happiness. We're going to drop some cities here in a little bit that are going to shoot us over the unhappiness. What I want to do is actually just set these settlers in position. And then wait to pop down the cities for a little bit. I'm going to start going over the happiness as soon as I place them. Yellow. Okay, I'll be right out. Bye. Looks like I am going to be taking a break here. We got production buildings over there. What is this? I'm fine with that there. We've got a production down here. Do I have any uncompleted? I've got a market and I've got an altar. Market and an altar. Let's drop that monument then. Command a unit, we're going to skip that. Command a unit, we're going to skip that. This, we're going to bring over here. Command a unit, what do we have? We have a migrant. I'm going to bring you up here. I got a resource I want to work. And that's going to be it for me for right now. I will be back later. Thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate the follows, subscriptions, all of that helps me grow, help me do what we love doing here. Thank you so much. Bye.